Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Important But Unimportant News Podcast. I'm your host, Beavers Rock, and we are doing a solo episode today because everyone else is at school. Bad news for this day's podcast. Almost nothing has happened in the past week. There wasn't an episode on Friday because I was busy on Friday because it was my mom's birthday. So we went out for like half of the whole day. Went out for dinner, watched a Sonic movie after dinner, went to Dave & Buster's after the movie for a bit. I left around 5 and I got home around 1. For reference. But even then, with no episode on Friday, there is still no news. I have 2 news articles. 2. Well, they are pretty good news articles, especially the second one. I like the second one more than the first. I still wish there was at least one more. So after these news articles, we're going to talk about the patch update for PvE on the League of Legends. Because there's literally nothing better to do. So, also, if you've noticed, we are listening to lo-fi hip-hop radio beats to relax and study to. I hope you like that. This is probably only going to be on the solo episodes, because there will be enough talking to cover up the silence when I have another person here. But for solo episodes, we could just listen to the lo-fi hip-hop radio. But anyway, let's get into the first article, titled, "Men Pretend to Want to Buy Shoes to See Woman's Feet. She Has Perfect Response." Now, why first of all, why do men want to see feet? Like, I don't understand that thing with feet. At least real life feet. Like, anime feet I can get behind that idea. But real life feet, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Okay, so let's see. Subtitle: A woman who advertised her unwanted high heels on Facebook Marketplace. Facebook has a marketplace? What? Started to receive requests for additional pictures of her wearing them. That's just weird. That is just weird right there. Hold on, guys. My mom's at Ralph's. Can you get me chips on Starbucks? So, a woman who wanted to get rid of a few pairs of old high heels turned to Facebook in a bid to sell them and recoup some of her cash. Let's see. After posting a few things online, she began to receive messages from guys with requests, which made her suspicious. Wow. It's fucking idiots. $15 pair of heels. One guy sent a message saying, "Hi, thinking of getting these for my girlfriend. Would it be possible to see a pic of them on, though?" Similar request was sent about a pair of black stilettos. "Hi, I was wondering if it was possible to see some more photos of the heels." Another one: "I am looking to get some for Valentine's Day, so would it be possible to see what they look like on and full view? Thanks." And then this woman, freaking, this is a great idea. These guys got fucking pranked, dog. She she puts her dog. She puts the heels on the dog feet and takes a picture of them. How the dog is standing still in those and not falling over, I do not know. I'd like to see a video of the dogs in the heels. That would be funny. Believing the men had absolutely no intention of making a purchase, she obliged with the photo of the shoes being worn. Only she wasn't the one to model them. Wow. Oh, she posted on Reddit saying, "When I'm selling my high heels, this is how I deal with dudes that pretend to want to buy my shoes to try and get some free W asterisk 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 bank material." I don't like the insinuation there. This girl wasn't born yesterday. After attempting to rope her boyfriend and they found his feet too big. Oh my god, that would have been even better. That would have been even better than her dog. Oh my god. She replied with pictures of her adorable dog showing off his new kicks, and oddly enough, it all went very quiet. "My dog is always happy to help," she told possibly a seller. "He wouldn't stand there and let me take a quick snap if he didn't want to." I'd like to know what fucking guys are legit asking for feet pics this way. I want to know, so I can message them and slap them across the face through the internet, because this is fucking dumb. You can literally look up on Google Images women's feet and get pictures of women's feet. I'll do it right now, just to prove it. Woman's feet. It's right there. Woman's feet. Google Images. I've solved your guys' problems. Stop being creeps. Why did I just look up woman's feet to prove a point? Why? Moving on to the second article. This is a better article. I think it's gonna be a shorter one. It is, but the quality of the title is much better. Title: Bear relocated after wandering a suburb for 2 days. 2 days in a suburb. How did he not get relocated within 3 hours? And was he hiding? This happened in LA. Yo. Oh my god. A bear was tranquilized in the Los Angeles suburb after wandering the streets for 2 days, including a visit to the outside of an elementary school. How did this bear not get caught within 3 hours? Authorities said the bear was first spotted Thursday morning sniffing around trash cans near Mayflower Elementary School. I really want to know how sneaky this bear is. He played Skyrim and he got Stealth 100. That was his first goal. The bear was sighted again before dawn Friday and spent the morning wandering through residential neighborhoods. Okay. So first spotted Thursday morning. Then second spotting Friday morning. Why was there like a 24-hour gap between the spotting? You should keep track of a bear that is next to an elementary school. What, like, were they on break or something? Is that why they didn't care about the bear being at the elementary school? The bear was spotted wandering up driveways and peering into homes, residents say. We got a bear that's Sonic the Hedgehog. We've figured out the issue. They didn't think a bear was wandering around the suburbs until they actually the bear was just going too fast to be spotted at the beginning, and then he started slowing down to let the people find him because he was lonely like Sonic. See, I get it now. It's just Sonic the Hedgehog. California Fish and Wildlife said the bear was tranquilized Friday and transported to the Angeles National Forest. Well, that's good. That's good. That was... How the hell did a bear go loose for 2 days? That's insane. And like, it doesn't even say like Friday morning, afternoon Friday. So like, it got there presumably Thursday morning. Friday morning, still not caught. And sometime on Friday, it was caught. So it was there for at least a full day. Based on the 2 days in the title, I'm gonna guess the tranquilizing happened at afternoon on Friday. But who really knows? Who really knows? I would hope that it happened like really fast as soon as it started appearing in the neighborhoods. But that probably wasn't the case. Alright. Those are the two articles we had for today. But now let's talk about some League of Legends PvE updates. If all you were here for was the news and you are interested in gaming news, you can leave now if you so desire. I would not mind. I won't hold it against you. But let's get started. So, champion balance change. When 10.4 was released, they did a hotfix nerf to Sona because she was still too strong top lane. And they decreased her base AD and AD per level and reverted her E buff that happened a while ago. With this PvE change, they are reverting that hotfix nerf. So her base AD is going back up to 49. Her AD per level is going back up to 3. And the Song of Celerity bonus is going back up to 20% at all ranks. When I first saw this, when I looked at it, I was like, why? But I have read through all these changes, so I understand why they made the changes. If you've heard about the Death Dance changes before watching this, you'll know that it was very good for bruisers and whatnot. They made it to build out of Aegis, Vamp Scepter, and Caulfields. They gave it 30 armor and 30 MR. Total cost stayed the same. Reduced the AD by 10. So it had 50 AD instead of 60. So they just took off some AD, gave us some resistances. Everything else stayed the same. Total cost stayed the same. It was gonna be pretty good. But PvE changes, they have removed the resistances, and there are other changes in testing on the PvE for Death's Dance. So let's hope they find a good level of what they want to do for Death's Dance that has resistances, or possibly a different passive, or like an addition to the passive. Next, we got some changes to support items. This is good. We are going to ignore the second level of these support items. We're just gonna go to the base levels because the base levels also reflect on the second level. Spectral Sickle has been changed for tribute to only activate while nearby an ally champion. So damaging spells and attacks against champions or buildings grant 15 gold while nearby an allied champion. This change was also applied to Spell Thief's Edge, so while nearby an allied champion, damaging spells and attacks against champions or building grants 15 gold. So gold gain was increased, must be near an allied champion, and no longer deals extra damage per unique spellcast to champions of buildings. I have a feeling that's supposed to be or buildings, not of buildings, but whatever. So this is, I'm really glad they finally got the support items down to a good spot where a solo lane should not be taking support items. Obviously, solo lanes shouldn't be taking support items, but because of that one line that they're adding while nearby an allied champion, this is going to make it so that it is completely unviable to build the support item in a solo lane unless you're getting camped. If you're getting camped, that is the only way Spectral Sickle could be viable, or Spell Thief's Edge, either one. And those changes were applied to the level 2 items as well. Spell Thief's Edge also has another change. The AP has been lowered from 10 to 8, and it now gives plus 10 health. So it is more in line with Spectral Sickle. Spectral Sickle gives 580, 10 health. So they're evening out the playing field there. And then there have been some Hydra changes and Tiamat changes on the PvE. Those are being reverted. I am not sure what they did, but it looked like they just changed the wording of the active, which was closest enemies take the most damage for Ravenous Hydra. Now, I'm not really sure what that meant. Like, why did they remove that specific line? Did they just make the active deal a base number for the entire radius? I'm guessing that's what that means, but I have no idea. And then that is also the case for the Tiamat. It looks like they did not revert the Titanic Hydra changes, which just increased the scaling of the cleave damage and the active by 0.5% of your max health. They buffed it. I think they changed the passive cleave from like 1.5 to 2, and then the active was changed from like 2.5 to 3%. I think that's what the change was. I'm gonna find out. We just gotta go to the last PvE update, the 221 PvE update. It should be on here. It is on here. Let's see. The cleave damage for the passive was okay, the active was not buffed. It was just the passive cleave. So the basic attack damage went from 1% to 1.5% of your max health. How do I word this? I'll just read the whole thing. So basic attack damage increased from 5 plus 1% of your max health to 5 plus 1.5% of your max health. That is the first part of the passive of Titanic Hydra. I didn't know Titanic Hydra had two parts of the passive. But the splash damage, which was the cone that goes off after you auto attack, the splash damage has been increased from 40 plus 2.5% of your max health to 40 plus 3% of your max health. They have not reverted those changes, and personally, I would hope they don't, because I do like Titanic Hydra on my Rek'Sai. But that... Also, they are ruining Bork. Melee users now deal 12% of melee users of Bork, Blade of the Ruined King, now deal 12% damage of target's health damage. Now, does that sound confusing? It does. It's worded very badly. But let's just read it off of the tooltip. Basic attacks deal percent of the target's current health as bonus physical damage on hit. So the base percent is 8 for ranged, while melee users deal 12%. So think of it this way. You're hitting a tank that has like almost 4,000 health. Instead of hitting for what's 10% of 4,000? 40? 40 sounds right, but I'm pretty sure it's 400. So 10% is 400 of 4,000. Obviously it's going to be a bit lower, but we're going with an even 4,000. So 8% of 4,000 would probably be around 380, 360. And that can be mitigated because it's bonus physical damage and not true damage. So it'd probably be somewhere around, I want to say 200, 150 to 200 based on how much armor they have. But if you're going to take that 8% and increase it to 12%, that's going to be somewhere around like 450 to 480, I think. Just taking into account the 4,000 where we have it as an example. So that's going to go up to like 450 to 480. And after armor reduction, after mitigation, there we go, that's the word. That total would probably be about lower 300, upper 200, probably, depending on how much armor they had. So that is a bit insane. I hope my math was right. If it wasn't, yell at me in the comments below with the proper math. If you just yell at me, I will disregard it. But yeah, that's not okay. But that is all the PvE updates for now. Also, the Black Frost Rek'Sai loading screen is updated. I'm gonna be getting that Black Frost Rek'Sai. It looks really nice, and I've been playing Rek'Sai a lot. If I could stop playing League, that'd be even better, but we'll see what happens. But that is going to be the end of today's podcast. To all those that came, to all those that stopped by, thanks for listening to today's podcast. Hopefully we got some good news for Friday, but if we don't, we might just be talking about absolutely nothing. Or what I've been doing recently. Like what games I've been playing, what games I'm looking forward to, whatnot. Of course, we'll be having someone else for that, if we do that. But if I don't do that, and there's no news, expect another Friday where there's nothing. No podcast, I should say. If I don't upload a podcast on Friday, I will be uploading a video on Friday. But with all that said, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for coming by. And I hope to see you all next time. Peace out.